Hi, this is 365801 and this is going to be another mini vlog while I read Kodansha titles on NetGalley. So good morning. It is very grey here, which means the lighting's brilliant, which means I should probably try and see if I can get my manga collection video filmed today, if I've got the time, as well as doing my reading. First things first though, these flowers smell absolutely amazing, but they're all kind of floppy. I think their stalks are too big. So I'm gonna chop them down a bit so that they're just poking out of the glass. So I'm gonna start today with some tidying. There we go, that looks a bit better. They're not quite as floppy. They're still a wee bit floppy, but they're a bit better now. I feel like I can start the day. I've got a lot of cleaning to do, but it's a good start. And I'm going to wait until 11 to have something to eat, which includes coffee, because it is the first day I'm going to... Well, it's not really the first day, but I'm going to start properly trying to do intermittent fasting. So I'm waiting until 11 to have breakfast. So we'll see how I get on. Lots of cleaning first though. So it is just after 11 now, so I feel like I can have something to eat. I've got some ham and lettuce wraps and some pancakes, a little fruit bowl, there's some yogurt under that as well, coffee and an orange juice. I've just been recently watching lots of videos about insulin resistance, and that's probably something that I need to look at. So a lot of the stuff that I'm eating today I'm not going to be able to eat, or I'll have to eat in reduced amounts. So I'm going to enjoy it today and then start decreasing the amount that I have of these carbs. carbs. But it looks delicious and I'm very happy that this is my first meal of today. So I've fairly polished that off, that's really good. I feel really full now, but then if I'm only going to have 2 meals today, it's good to stock up. It was delicious. I was really bad and I had actual yogurt. I'm not supposed to have any dairy, but there was like a special on ginger and honey yogurt and I was like, oh god, I can't say no. But I will refrain from now on. Anyway, so the manga I'm going to read now is volume 1 of And Yet You Are So Sweet. This is Kujira Anan, and as I've said, this is obviously a Kodansha title because I'm reading lots of Kodansha today. So I'm going to have a wee read of this, and then I think I'm going to watch the next episode of Word of Honor. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So let's give this a wee read. It's so funny how so many of these shoujo start with someone confessing and someone saying, nah, not interested. And it's like the catalyst for whatever happens next. Which, you know, I'm not mad at. I really like these. I think that's a trope specific as well. I think we should have more of like specific things that happen in stories, and they are tropes. Like someone having a crush on someone, or they're interested in someone because they remind them of their childhood dog. Like that's a big thing too. Anyway, this seems like typical. Oh no! Oh, that's just... Right, okay. No, you do not do that. Anyway, she just confessed to this boy, Yamada. And he put on his, like, Twitter, oh, just been confessed to by some fuggle. How rude! And also the use of the word fuggle. That's not appropriate. Okay, I am enjoying this so far. There's a few funny moments that I do think it's like kind of self-aware and kind of cliche at the same time. So there's a lot of moments that you're like, oh yeah, that's shoujo, and in a sort of, I think people, this is me getting a bit introspective, I think people are so dismissive of a lot of shoujo is because the tropes are done so obviously, and some of the moments are just so, yeah, okay then. Like, when he took a sip of her drink, it was like, you know, that's the kind of indirect kiss thing that happens, but this came out of nowhere, so it was really good. And then she's like, oh, here's her checklist. She's got a checklist for, and this is his thing, he's saying, this sure looks like something a stalker would do though. Yes! But a really organized stalker, like a stalker that's got, like, amazing organizational skills. It's like bullet journal type stalker behavior. But also it made me just like, no, this is not good. So yeah, this is interesting so far. It's interesting so far. I'm gonna keep going though. best panel in this manga so far is she's off taking the dog for a walk. Just check out the dog. Check out the dog trying to do a pee. This is cheesy, but also there are like moments of a little flash of genius. The dog trying to poo is brilliant. So I just finished reading And Yet You Are So Sweet. This is Kujira Anan, volume 1. This is actually dead sweet. It's really funny. It's full of cliches, but in the best kind of way because it's self-aware that it's making these cliched. It does have like a start-off point where I'm a bit uncomfortable because the main character is Kisaragi Maya, which is a great name. She seems to desperately want to be in love and seems to only really focus on love. And I know this is a romance, I know it's like shoujo, and so that's the main focus, but sometimes I like it when there's a bit more to it, or at least more to girls' lives than just boys, like, but also that's very much a teenage girl thing at times. So yeah, I kind of wish she wasn't so focused on love and romance. She works very well in the library. She's a part of the library committee, and so I think she'd make a very good librarian. As an older lady who's in teaching, I would be like, have you considered librarian studies? Because I think you'd be excellent at it. The boy is Chigira. Is it Sui? I'm not entirely sure of his first name, but Chigira kun is like gorgeous and everyone loves him, so he's very much the sort of shoujo epitome of the male main lead, but all of the tropes of shoujo are done so tongue-in-cheek that it's kind of like incredibly laughable, to the point where I was cackling out loud, and it's so obvious. Almost as soon as he's introduced, it's obvious that he has more interest in her. Like, we're aware 100% of what his feelings are. It seems like she's the only one is completely clueless. But that's what makes it so fun. So yeah, I really enjoyed volume 1 of And Yet You Are So Sweet. I don't know if this is going to be available in print. I'll have to check that out for my review when I write it up. But it's really, really good. I laughed a lot through this, and Chigira-kun is just such a sweetheart. He's such a sweetheart. He's so lovely. And he just does so many things. It was good. It was really good. I enjoyed this so much. As a BL reader, I do like romance, and so I do occasionally read some shoujo. So this was really good as a shoujo one. Yeah. So now I think I'm going to like take a photograph or something like for the thumbnail, do some photos, tidy up the table and make like a thumbnail for this. So yeah, I think we'll do that next. So I think for the photograph, I'll once again use my table as a background. And I kind of want to put the flowers there, but I might put some fruit in as well. Random things that make it look pretty. I'm trying to do, you know, I'm trying to do the whole aesthetic thing. I'm never really good at it. I made a video a while ago. For I think it was last year's 25 days of manga, and it was just terrible. It was so bad. But I enjoyed doing it. There, doesn't that look cute? So if I take the shot from above, here if I move. If I take the shot from above, doesn't that look cute? Actually, that looks really good. I'm so proud of myself. So I'm going to take the photo now. There, I took some good photographs and I think I'm really happy with it now. Doesn't that look cute? That looks good. And kind of delicious. Yummy. So it's almost time for Word of Honor. Yay. So next episode of Word of Honor is about to start. Yay! We're getting really close. What? I don't even know what this is. 30 something. I think there's only 36. So yeah, it's getting close. So I'm gonna watch this and then get some more tidying done and go for a walk, I think. I've got, yeah, other things to do, but Word of Honor first. So, this is just the end of the episode, and it was episode 32, and I think out of the whole series, this is like the most pivotal. Like, everyone is in it, and things go down, generally down a cliff face, because that's what happens to every couple. One of them gotta go take a jump off a cliff. Oh no, but it was great. It was like, oh no. It was just really funny. There was loads of great moments in it. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched this series yet, so I'm just gonna say, so good. Word of Honor is so good. But 32, and I think there's only 36, which means there's only a few more, and then that's us. I don't know what's gonna go down, but oh, it was hard. It was hard watching episode 32. I'm just telling you. And it's funny because the episodes leading up to 32 were, I felt really like slow and like, oh, is something good gonna happen? Oh, yeah, okay, but let's get the action going again. And yeah, 32 literally had everything. I felt like I'd watched half of it and then I was like, is it not ending soon? Surely it's going to end soon because there's been so much. But no, it's like, it's jam-packed, full of good stuff. Good political intrigue. Good revenge. Oh, the revenge. So good. So yeah, I think I am going to do a bit more tidying and cleaning of the house and maybe go for a walk as well. I thought I was recording, I wasn't recording. Okay, so the next one I'm going to read is Nina the Starry Bride, Volume 1 by Ricache. Look at the artwork. I love the detail. I love the character designs. It's really beautiful. I love this artwork. I love the colouring of it. It's really nice. But the postman has just been, and gave me lots of rubbish stuff for the election. Boo. But a book as well, so I'm gonna open that and see what we got, because I've already recorded my April manga haul video, and I'm editing it just now because it usually takes a while to edit. So this won't be in that manga haul, but you get to see it now, hopefully. Hopefully before the manga haul comes out. So yeah, let's give that a wee open. And then I'm putting on some washing and going for my walk. And then I'm going to come back and read Nina the Starry Bride. So let's see what I got. It's really tight. Try to do this without damaging or anything. I can't remember what it is, but it is a second-hand book. I don't know what the quality's like. Oh, I can see dinting as well. Oh, okay, so I got Silver Diamond Volume 4, Granting Purpose. Let's see how good or bad it is. It's not too bad. It's better than the last one. Let's get the order format. Wait. It's a bit yellowed, but then these are quite old volumes. So yeah, Silver Diamond, add to my collection. There we go. Very happy about that. This is in much better condition than the one I'm going to show you in my manga haul. But I'll put this in a separate pile, and I'll put it so that I can put it in my May manga haul. So far, this one and something else came. And I probably will put that in the other manga haul. So yeah, here we go. We sneaky first look. It's in much better condition than the other one. I might have to get another second one. Anyway, washing on, and then I'm away for my walk. Okay, so I've got my shoes on and my hat, and I'm ready to go. I was going to wear my trainers, but it's really rainy and muddy outside, so I'm going to try and do my 10,000 steps. I think this is my 5th day in a row doing over 10,000 steps. I've got my washing on, you can probably hear it in the background, so I feel very accomplished. Or at least I will do when I come back from my walk. It usually takes a while, it's like about an hour or something, but I've got my boots on so that it's fine if it's a bit muddy. So yeah, let's go for a wee walk. So I just got back from my walk and I'm pretty wet and soaked through, so I need to heat up. I put the heating on, even though it's near the end of April, because it's so wet and cold here just now. Yeah, the heating needs to go on, which is a bit of a shame. I try not to put the heating on too much. But the washing that I put on just before I went for my walk is almost done, and I'll be able to put that on the radiators, which is quite good. And I am in desperate need of this warm cup of tea. And so while I'm having my cup of tea, I may as well read this next title. So I didn't really have much to say during this. I was just kind of really engrossed in the story. It was like straight off the bat, really interesting. It's a fantasy setting in some sort of, you know, mystical fantasy world. And yet it was really quick and easy to get into the story. Nina is the main character. This is Nina. And this is Azure. Or is it? Ooh. This is what it's great with setting it up. There's mystery, there's intrigue, there's royal families, there's sort of machinations behind the scenes. It's great so far. I'm really enjoying it. Basically, she has to pretend to be a princess, and all that goes along with when it comes to political intrigue, and I really like that. So, if you like fantasy settings, if you like romance and comedy, there's some good comedy moments in it, especially from Nina. Nina comes out with some great one-liners. She has been raised or not raised in poverty, so she's an orphan and gets picked up by Azure to pretend to be a princess. She has to take the place, so it's a bit like The Princess and the Pauper in that respect. But I'm enjoying it a lot, and this is only volume 1. I do want to read the rest of volume 2 and the rest of the series when it comes out. It'd be really interesting. But reading the little note at the end, Ricache mentions 2 of her previous works and that they were historical, which makes me want to read her works because the artwork is really fun and easy to read, very beautiful in some panels, very comedic with the little chibis. Some of the characters are just really, really cute and funny, and I really enjoyed the artwork. It really helped with the story as well. It makes me want to read more Ricache because I've never read any, or at least I don't think I have. I don't even know. So I'm going to have a wee look to see. So yeah, Nina the Starry Bride, I really enjoyed. I would definitely recommend. It's a good start, a good solid start actually. It has flavours of Snow White with the red hair kind of feels in some respects. Yeah, it's like that, but Princess and the Pauper type thing. I like it. It's good so far. It's good so far. But yeah, I'm still a bit tired and cold, so putting the heating on. I'm going to put my washing on the radiators, and I might have a quick shower and warm my body up, put some like cozy pajamas on or something. I have to say though, my flowers that I did this morning are just so sumptuous. The smell coming off of them is just so fantastic, and my tea just went down way too quick and easy. But the smell is just lovely, and it was just so nice to be able to read fun manga with this beautiful scent. It's just so nice. So yeah, time to get warm, I think. So I just had a shower, warmed up my body because it suddenly got really cold. The heating's now kicked in properly, so it's nice and warm. And I'm feeling all toasty. I got my new, or my fresh, clean, comfy pyjamas on and my dressing gown, and just curled up on the bed after and read this first volume. It's by Hiroyuki, who did Aho Girl, and this is called Girlfriend. And honestly, as I was reading it, I was thinking, can I think of some positive things to say about it? It's not for me. I'm definitely not the target audience, but I read through the whole thing. The basic premise is that there's a boy who has a girlfriend. He's been asking her out. His next door neighbour, childhood friend, he's wanted to be in a relationship with her for a very, very long time. He seems very serious about her. And then a month after they start going out, when they're in high school, another girl confesses to him. And she's very sincere and cute, and she's worked really hard to try and get him to like her. And so he decides that the only thing possible to do is date them both. So that's why it's girlfriend. He's got 2 girlfriends. So he has to try and convince the girlfriend he already had, that it's a good idea. Because the girl who asked him out is like, yeah, okay, I don't mind, whatever, as long as I can be with you. So, I have to say, I did not really... It looked like it was going in a way that might have been polyamorous at times, and I was like, okay then. But then they kind of staged it more like polygamous, and I was like, not okay with that. I don't know what it is. Polyamorous, okay. Polygamous, not okay. So that's just my personal preference. I'm not really they talk a lot about it in True Timing, that kind of thing. So yeah, this is not for me. Who should this be for? Probably, I want to say like teenage boys, but even then, I know a lot of older teenage boys who would like wrinkle their nose at this, kind of going, that's a stupid premise, because it's, I don't know. I don't think that I am the target audience. I'm an older female who doesn't want to take anyone else's shit. So this is definitely not for me. I would never put up with that. The bit in this that I really loved was actually the little manga that the mangaka drew about themselves, Hiroyuki-san, at the end, and about how he was enjoying the lazy life because he didn't want to do weekly releases anymore. And that he was feeling like a bit pressured into going back into doing weekly releases for this one, and so he was like, oh, I suppose I'm gonna have to. And I like that. That was a mood. So yeah, I think Hiroyuki as a mangaka I would be more interested in finding out about, but the actual work girlfriend, I don't think it's for me, and I certainly won't pick it up. So maybe it's something that you're interested in. The artwork was very competently done. It was overall gag manga style, so if that's what you're interested in, check it out. But yeah, not one for me. Right, time to make some dinner, I think. So this is my delicious looking dinner. I have to eat it before 7 because that's the window of time, with a wee side salad, and I will probably have some ice cream or something to finish. I will eat this though. This looks quite nice. It's like a Chinese pork and spinach frittata on a bed of like wilted spring greens. So it just looks and smells delicious. So yeah, hopefully a nice healthy dinner. And then I think I've just got one more Kodansha title to read. And I think I will probably be listening to an audiobook while I'm having my dinner though. Or something spicy. Another gay romance. So I was in the middle of starting to edit this vlog and make a little thumbnail when my system just shut down and starts updating. So I'm going to read the very last title, which is called Chasing After, Aoi Koshiba. This is by Hazuki Takeoka. Fly. I don't know, maybe it's artist and author. So yeah, I'll give this a wee read. Hopefully, then my system will have updated by then. So it's got quite dark outside. I'm gonna have to close my blinds now. And the computer has finished updating, so I can get back to editing and making my thumbnail. And I have also just finished reading Volume 1 of Chasing After Aoi Koshiba, and this is by Hazuki Takeoka and Fly. I had to check, and it turns out that Hazuki Takeoka had done, is it Masamune-kun's Revenge? Something like that. So that's one of the other ones. I can hear a dog barking. It's really noisy. Wish it would stop. Anyway, this is a story. This is a Yuri manga, and I have not read a straight up Yuri manga for a very, very long time. Probably around, what, 10 years ago? Maybe even more. 10 years ago, some of my students recommended certain works, and I gave them a go, and I did not like them. They felt very, very male gazy, And so I was very put off by Yuri Manga because it just felt like, well, this isn't for me, and I didn't really feel like the romance or the attraction, any reasoning behind it. It just felt very male gazy. This does not feel male gazy, but it definitely feels like there is a gaze in the way that it's constructed. This is Aoi Koshiba, and this is it Sahoko? Sahoko Narita Sahoko. And so they are high school students for some of this. They are, but the story starts when Sahoko comes to Tokyo from her third year at university. She's in her third year at university just now. She comes to Tokyo for a high school reunion. So it's probably been 3 to 4 years since graduation, and they're all meeting up in Tokyo for drinks and things like that, getting to find out how everyone is doing. And she hopes to meet Aoi Koshiba there, and she bumps into her 2 friends from high school that she still keeps in contact with, and they say, oh, she's not here and she's probably not coming. And so she feels a bit disappointed, and then the story starts by jumping back in time to high school and the 2 of them meeting. It seems like this is going to be a slow burn, very much in the feels. There are a few little comedy moments in it. It's very beautifully drawn. It's very nice. It's very funny. There seems to be a lot of characters that you can instantly recognize, understand, and feel for. It was like so simple, but little effective things, like having bedhead, and then that's the one, bedhead and glasses guy. You just have that identifiers. I have to say, I was not always a fan of Sahoko from some of the things she was saying, but it definitely feels like it's kind of a story about identity and acceptance, self-acceptance. Not necessarily about sexuality, but just in general. So I really liked that about it. A journey of self-acceptance. It was funny to think about what it was like in high school for me, because I didn't really feel like I was... Maybe I was more like Aoi Koshiba, a bit of a social butterfly that didn't ever have any specific place to land. So yeah, it was interesting. I don't want to give too much of it away, but it's just a basic start. It feels like this is just the start. This first volume is very much setting the scene and introducing the characters, but it is one that I would probably want to know more about and to see if and see which direction, because even within this first volume there are emotional ties to the characters. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. And as a Yuri manga that I've read just a few, you know, the odd like Maiden Railways has a couple of Yuri characters, chapters and that are Yuri manga, and it's good for me to branch out and read more, and it's good that it doesn't necessarily have the male gaze, because those were the ones that were so off-putting. It was like, why am I reading this? I'm not going to say girlfriend, but it was a bit like that. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that to mutuals in that respect. But this one is good. I enjoyed it, and I should branch out more into other LGBT ones. So rather than just reading BL, this is a good one I enjoyed. So these are the 4 titles that I read today. I really enjoyed them. So Chasing After Aoi Koshiba, Girlfriend, Nina the Starry Bride, and also And Yet You Are So Sweet. I have to say, out of the 4 of them, Nina the Starry Bride I really enjoyed because of the fantasy setting, really accessible, I could quite easily get into. I also enjoyed And Yet You Are So Sweet. For some points I felt slightly uncomfortable because it is so focused on shoujo romance type thing, but the main male character, Chika, I'm trying to remember what his name was. Chikaka, was just so cute and so sweet. It just, So I would definitely want to read more on that story. Girlfriend is not for me, but it might be for you. And Chasing After Aoi Koshiba seems like that would be all of the feels. I don't know. I have a sense of foreboding that my heart would get broken by reading that. So yeah, it seems like that's a slow burn. I do have to point out that in Chasing After Aoi Koshiba, there is mention of the 2 female teachers in the high school, and I want to see a manga just for them. And I was like, oh, I know that there has been a manga that was just teachers, and I want to know if that was that. And I had to look for it, because I want a manga just for the teacher story. So hopefully that will come up, or they'll do a spin-off, because I was interested in the teachers for sure, and they were barely in it, but I was interested. So yeah, those are the 4 ones. I've had a really good day. I'm gonna like carry on with my editing. I've got all this done, and I'm really happy that I was able to do a bit of tidying up, that I was able to do my 10,000 steps, that I've been able to do my intermittent fasting. I've had my dinner. Oh my god, it was delicious. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. It was. I think the wilted spring greens was probably my favourite, which is odd because it's just like, it's like, you know, like cabbage. But it was so delicious with the Chinese seasoning. And my mum phoned and she chatted to me for about an hour, even though she says it'll just take 5 minutes, and it wasn't. It was, she's such a chatty Betty. So yeah, we were chatting as well. So all in all, it's been a really good day. I'm really pleased that I'm able to access these through NetGalley. So if you've not, you know, looked at NetGalley, you might want to think about joining up and seeing if you've got a blog, or if you've got a website, a YouTube channel, even a really like a good Twitter account or a podcast. Maybe think about signing up and seeing if you can. I'm gonna have to write up my reviews for each of these, and I want them to be a little bit more thought out than the last ones that I did. But yeah, I'm hopefully going to get this up. Thank you for joining me today on my little mini vlog. Hopefully this won't be too long a video. And remember that I do male romance mostly, yaoi, BL, that kind of thing. But occasionally I make these videos too. So yeah, if you're interested in that, consider subscribing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And every day is a BL day, except today, although it was, I have to say it was a little bit, while I was on my walk, I had the gay romance audiobook playing. So yeah, it was, yeah, today was still a BL day for me. And there was Word of Honor, which was great. Today was a great day. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for sticking around to the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.